Between Halifax and Moncton, 3 of the 4 semifinal tickets have been punched. 1 spot left. It goes to the winner of Canada and Slovakia. Imagine watching at home the first few games on TV and then being flown in. That's Owen Beck to join Canada for the quarters after the injury to Colton Dock. Thomas Milic, terrific against Sweden in goal. His net, you would figure the rest of the way for Canada. The Canadians have never lost to Slovakia at this tournament. Philip Meshar hoping to change that. The Slovaks had some weak moments, had some great moments in group play. Simon Nemec, the 2nd overall pick of New Jersey, will lead them tonight.
Thank you, James. Good evening and welcome to the final quarterfinal game on this Monday, the World Junior Hockey Championship. It is Canada against Slovakia. Canada 15-0-1 all time against the Slovaks. The officials for tonight's game are Mark Evert and Jakub Schindel. The referees, David Kluchek and John Walewski, are the linesmen. And a remarkable story in goal for Slovakia. 18-year-old Adam Gajan did not dress for the first game for the Slovaks. He was their number 3 goaltender. He's won the number 1 spot, and he's been terrific for them with a .939 save percentage. And for Canada, it is 19-year-old Thomas Milic from Coquitlam, BC, plays for the Seattle Thunderbirds in the Western Hockey League. He also sporting a .939 save percentage. Ivan Fenish, 2nd year as the head coach of the Slovak national junior team, also spent time as the head coach of their under-18 program. And Dennis Williams, the 43-year-old from Stratford, Ontario, first time coaching the Canadian national junior team. He's the head coach and general manager of Everett in the Western Hockey League. A packed house again here tonight. An electric atmosphere. And if Canada wins tonight, it's on to the semifinals against the United States. Canada's the home team, has the last change. And moved ahead by Simon Nemec, the 2nd overall pick in last summer's NHL draft, picked by New Jersey. He's playing for Utica. Grant Clark drops. Bedard winds back. Connor Bedard works it back towards the goal. Backdoor pass by Wall. That's picked up by Maxim Sturba to the Canadian zone. Slovaks are changing. Bedard winds back in. Finds P to the backhand shot that goes wide. And so Connor Bedard enters this game on a remarkable and unprecedented role. A chance to break the all-time record for points by a Canadian at the World Junior Championship. He's also got the career goals target in tight. He's tied with Jordan Eberle.
The expectations were high, and he has
exceeded them
by a mile. Now, Slovakia obviously wants the game against Sweden in the 10-minute onslaught that Canada had to begin with.
Well, the Czech-Slovak split in their promotion, they've never been relegated. They've flirted with it. They've finished 1 spot above relegation 5 times. Dylan Guenther looks and he shoots. And getting a stick on that was Simon Gros. Now back at the point is Del Mastro. Plays it back across. Up and shoots. That's deflected away. Guenther spins and fires in the leg. Chernik on it. To the line, but not out. Guenther. His pass broken up and brought out by Notney. A lead pass. Dvorsky comes in, shoots, and Milic makes the save on that. Dvorsky couldn't quite get his stick.
Out of the crease on this slow development play. Dvorsky's trying to get to it. Milic's probably going to get out there. That's below the hash marks again. He's got to take that puck away from Dvorsky. Prior to that was Canada's best sequence. Shane Wright throwing Guenther, Brennan Hoffman line, moving the puck around, getting it down to the front of the net. And this is where Canada does a lot of good work. Out-muscling guys, getting the defense scrambling around.
Wright spins it back in the corner for Hoffman. Notney stepped into right. Now it's picked up by Hoffman. Flips it back and tipped wide by Guenther. Guenther back at the point for Clark. Grant Clark shoots and got through. Save made by Gajan. Rebound. Wright battling for it. And Gajan has it.
Scrum ensues after sequence a chance of starting on the forecheck. Brennan Hoffman knocks over his guy. Gets a turnover. Puts that in front of Guenther. Almost gets that one through. And you're right. This one's tipped up high by Hoffman. Oh, boy. Almost tucked it underneath the pads. It's good quickness by Gajan to squeeze that one or good fortune, one or the other. But that's how Canada wants to play. Physical on the forecheck, turn pucks over, create a little panic in the defensive team, and then go to work.
So Canada has its first 3 shots of the period. Stankoven comes back out with Waugh and Bedard. Clark and Korchinski on the back end. And Dvorsky once again for the faceoff. The draft-eligible Slovak loses that clean into Stankoven. Waugh pulls that free. Joshua Waugh winds it and shoots. Bouncing puck in front, bounced away. Stankoven fans on the shot. Tries to gather it back up and does, but it's now poked back out. Stolen by Stankoven. In for Bedard. Here he comes, scores! Bedard! Canada's all-time goal-scoring leader. With one shot, he moves by Eberle for goals and Lindros for points. All-time for Canada.
The one guy you cannot turn the puck over with. Right here, the attempt to clear it by Guenther, turns it over to Stankoven, and then Bedard hanging behind. That's the exact same goal he scored on the breakaway the other night. Quick hands, backhand, forehand, above the pad, below the glove. Scored like the best goal scorer Canada's ever seen in this tournament.
Connor Bedard has the opening goal of this hockey game and now passes Jordan Eberle for first place on Canada's all-time goal-scoring list. John Tavares, Jeff Carter, Eric Lindros tied for third at 12. The all-time tournament record is 27. Pavel Bure in 3 World Juniors, 89, 90, and 91.
If he played in a third, which he will not.
Check this out at the end of the play. Not number 5. Pardon me, it's Zonka.
Zonka.
9.
And I know Bankier's falling over, but he comes through right with the stick right in the back of the head.
Out. In comes Connor Bedard. Shoots him a sharp angle. And Gajan makes a save on that and hangs up. And another one. Stankoven takes it this time.
Someone's getting something.
Guenther.
And here they go after Bedard. Watch him get after Bedard in the front of the net as well.
Mishak went after Bedard.
And here comes Repchik. This is part of their plan. Here's the chance. The tight angle shot almost catches Gajan off the post. He battles it around a little bit. And then it gets pretty nasty here. Like the up and over, that's a cross check from behind and a cross check in the front. Nemec, Funtek, one of the two has got to get a penalty in that sequence.
There is one to the Slovaks, but Bedard's gone off for Canada as well.
Team Slovakia, number 7, 2 minutes for cross check, and 23, 2 minutes for rough, and for Canada, 2 minutes for rough. Yep.
So extra penalty goes to Slovakia. Canada will get a power play here.
But Bedard is in the box as Mishak and Bedard take coincidental minors.
With the face-off back to Zellweger. Feeds across to Guenther. Dylan Guenther shoots. Gajan save. Rebound loose in front. Ottman got a whack at that. And Gajan holds on. And we got a scrum after every whistle now. Zellweger with it. Lead pass to Guenther. Guenther across to Ottman. Ottman rink wide to right. Shoots. Rip that just high. Slides that back to Clark. Clark for Waugh. Walks across there. Tilly shoots. He cued that wide. Crossing goes to Waugh, bounced off his stick. Waugh flips that back to Clark. Final second down the power play. Dean across the Fantilli, in, shoots. Hit Gaucher with it at the end of that tournament. And the Slovaks won their second bronze. Lead pass for Waugh, that misfired. Sturback goes back. Waugh steals it from him. Waugh throws it back in front for Bedard. Couldn't find his equipment. Now Stankoven back with it. Stankoven winds his way back. Logan Stankoven drops it off. In comes Del Mastro, feeds it back in front. Bedard tapped that wide. Look ahead, that was broken up by Gaucher. Poke ahead by Dean. Dean in across the line, drops it off. Gaucher flips it back in front. Backdoor pass missed again. This time for Dean for Canada. Fantilli, rink wide to back. Here he comes with Bankier. Beck shoots. Close save. Rebound. Bankier tries to slide that back. Back around to right. Shane Wright back to Clark. Clark drops it off to Bedard. Walks in, holds, gets it back, feeds it back. Backhand shot wide by Ottman. Ottman back for Bedard. Bedard dances around Repchik. Shoots again, is blocking, gets it right back and fires. It goes off a stick, up and out of play. And now Canada will get the power play. 4:13 to go here in the first period. Bedard buzzing, and Canada going back to the man advantage.
The unfortunate injury on Saturday to Colton Dach, shoulder injury, seen him with a sling walking around, unable to play again this tournament, which means Canada, if they wanted to, could add another player. They reached out to Owen Beck, who was a late cut, bring him in last minute, dump him into the game, and oh yeah, welcome to the quarterfinals. His first shift, gets a pretty good look, glove side, gets in on the back check, he draws the penalty after turning a puck over. There's a slash on the stick, and so he is in the game and in the tournament.
Canada back on the power play. Zellweger to Bedard, who was in the box in the first one. Zellweger back across to Guenther. Dylan Guenther trying to throw that back. It was poke checked away. Owen Zellweger back for Bedard. Lots of traffic in front. Bedard drops that back to Zellweger for Bedard. Cross ice pass. Guenther, a hard shot. Bang, save. Guenther back on it. Right. Does that pass ahead, broken up by Sikora. Now a chance, shorthanded for Repchik. In comes Repchik. Stopped in tight by Milic. And now they're going to call that play. They're going to say Milic froze it. And so the face-off will be in the Canadian zone with 58 seconds to go on the power play.
Massive save for Thomas Milic on the breakaway, shorthanded. We've seen a slew of shorthanded opportunities today. Zellweger gets caught. Repchik pokes it loose and trying to go 5-hole. Milic able to get down, take it away. Let's go paddle down. Oh, it was open. He missed the spot. He caught the left pad instead of the 5-hole. That's a huge save for Thomas Milic.
Gaucher fans on it. Bouncing puck. And on the second try, knocked to the line, but not out. Kept alive. Waugh was bowled over by Beauchamp. And now Guenther stake over at the goalpost. Fantilli, 20 seconds to go on the power play. Adam Fantilli moves in, holds, and throws that back to Clark. Crossing goes to Waugh. Waugh flips it back in, tap back in front. And Gaucher couldn't find Stankoven. Stankoven banks it down. The first period, a 1-0 lead for Canada. That pass turned over by Nutley, picked up by Ostapchuk. Baker shoots, and the save made by Gajan.
He knew he was going to get hit. He has to come through this, poke the puck loose, walks right into a big hit, but it ends up on the Stankoven stick, and then here's the shot. Beats Gajan, but not the post. Toe drag to the middle. Good look at it there. A couple inches too far wide. But that's 2 power plays in the first period for Canada. No goals, which is unusual for their team this tournament.
That's picked off by Simon Nemec. Hoffman steals it right back. Moving in with right. Hoffman barrels in. Shovels that towards the goal. The stop made by Gajan.
Good idea when he sees a poke check coming. Get it into the pads quickly. Half step on the edge on Dvorsky. Get the hand out there. And there you see the poke check coming from Gajan. If you can time that right, there might be spot 5-hole. Tough to control where you shoot it with one hand, but the right idea for Brendan Hoffman.
That first
period. They had some looks, including a breakaway by Repchik.
This is Slovakia's first time in the quarterfinals.
The ice allows for Canada to make their change, and with that goal, records everywhere are falling. Most career goals, points in a tournament for Canada all belong now to Connor Bedard, and he's not done yet.
As a 17-year-old, and that should not be underestimated. By the way, Slovakia looking for his first semifinal appearance.
Semifinal. Yeah, I was going to say.
Eligible for the upcoming NHL draft. Long shot. Milic makes the stop on the drive from Simon Grove. Laid across to Tyson Hines, was goals in back-to-back games for Canada. Guenther, rink-wide pass to Hoffman, moves in and shoots. Gajan save, rebound. Oh, what a stop by Gajan. He turns away right point blank. Hoffman back across to Hines. Hines centers it.
Watch Hoffman's feet here. He opens himself up to get a little bit wider and a little bit slower to catch it clean on his forehand, allowing him to accelerate into the shot. And Shane Wright gets a piece of the rebound, and a tremendous save by Gajan. A little bit of edge work by Hoffman to maintain his momentum.
Stankoven wins that face-off. Back to Hines. Shoots. He put that wide. Waugh picked that back to the side of the goal. Picked up by Stankoven. Now Bedard goes after it. Tied up by Kometz. Picked up by Stankoven. And now Bedard jam play at the side of the goal. It's picked up by Waugh. Feeds it back. Stankoven shoots. That's blocked. Ishak banks it off the boards and back down. The Slovaks can start the change. Now Groh back the other way. For Nemec. Simon Nemec plays out rink wide. Great chance there. Save made by Milic as he turns away Shotek. Moves on the side of the goal again, and Milic turns that away.
Illich has been solid when called upon. And tired back checkers for Canada lead this great chance on the deep pass. Oh, and the active stick of Zellweger able to sweep away what would have been a guaranteed goal right there on Chiernik's stick. Ready to tap it home. And just gets to it fraction earlier than Repchik to take it away.
Bankier for the face-off now against Petrovsky. And Petrovsky wins that one.
Straight out.
That puck goes out.
To the mesh. Straight to the mesh, as Brent Clark was calling it demonstratively straight, and he wants...
The officials want to talk about this.
Want to conference it. This is all on Brent Clark's verbal prompting. It went into the mesh, not into the crowd, so did it catch the glass before the mesh? Was... And they're saying number 5, I think. David Natney is head of the box.
Number 5 from Slovakia, 2 minutes for delaying the game.
So a puck over the glass penalty on David Natney.
Underneath it, definitely does not touch Schaefer, and that's a byproduct of the forecheck. Reed Schaefer going in there. There's Brent Clark. That's out, that's out.
The face-off win by Repchik. On the line held by Zellweger. Down to Bedard. Bedard in, shoots, just missed. Played back to Bedard. Across he goes to Guenther. Back to Zellweger. Olin Zellweger slides it back across to Bedard. In the high slot, Guenther. Back for Zellweger, shoots. That was blocked by Sturbach. Hoffman works it back to Zellweger. Walks right in, feeds it back. Hoffman shoots, and Gajan makes the save. On Brennan Hoffman. Petrovsky versus Wright. And Wright wins that one. Bedard taps it back to Zellweger. Zellweger to Bedard. Slides that down. Hoffman finds it back and scores! Dylan Guenther, power play goal, and Canada leads 2-0.
It gets caught on his skate, and so Grosz can't get his stick back in the passing lane. And Guenther, while falling, his softest version of a one-timer from the weak side for another power play goal for Dylan Guenther.
He hasn't scored an even straight goal yet this year.
Don't worry about that.
3 power play goals in Arizona. You see Bedard jawing there with Petrovsky.
Winning the face-off, so important, because that allows the tired group to not have to chase it. And the stick of the defender in front gets it.
Big wide pass to Korchinski, drops it back to Clark. Brant Clark winds in a backhand shot, bounces back in front. Stankoven couldn't quite reach it. And picked up by Libor Nemec. Throws it back to pass behind Petrovsky. He spills Miller's penalty coming to Slovakia. That's with it. And finally touched up. We'll get a goalie interference penalty. Now both officials have their arms in the air.
This entry, I think, was offside, Gord, too. So this whole sequence...
Team Canada, number 11, tripping.
So they had Guenther for the trip.
So here's the entry. You tell me if this is offside on Meshar. Miles offside.
Yeah.
And so the sequence should not have even occurred. But there's... Well, that's not a trip. That's a blown wheel on the ice. Watch the skate. Does he... You know, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
Slovaks have only had 9 power play chances in the tournament. This is their first of the game, but they've scored 4 times. Repchik leads the way with 2 power play goals.
Now, should we be able to? You can't. Should you be able to challenge that?
When there's not a penalty or a goal.
Here's Simon Nemec, works it and shoots, scores! Nemec off the face-off. Power play goal, and Nemec blows a kiss to the crowd. And the Slovaks are on the board, down by 1. Might have been tipped in front.
Slovakia answers Canada.
Another one face-off, and Nemec out there.
Yeah.
That catch a piece of something. What is that hit to go to the op? Does it hit the knob of Bankier's stick? No, it actually catches the guy in front. I think that hits Nemec. I think it hits Libor Nemec. Because that darts to the glove side on Milic. No chance whatsoever for him. And Simon Nemec got something to say to the crowd.
A penalty ensued.
Oh, Allen shoots. Hit Waugh in front.
And then a power play goal because of it.
Bedard back after it. Keeps the puck right on the line. Bedard feeds across. Stankoven shoots. Guy in the save. And now Stank, Ostapchuk better, one-on-one with Simon Nemec. So he got the help coming. Zellweger on with Dean. Ostapchuk shoots, scores! Zach Ostapchuk restores the 2-goal lead.
Zach Ostapchuk was moved up this third line because he's been such a solid player defensively. And he uses his time, waits for some support to push Nemec back, and then he's got that long stick, puck way inside, and he puts this one just outside the blocker, inside the post. Those ones score where the body angle is very different than the puck angle because he's shooting it from so far away from his body. Beauty released by Ostapchuk.
Hard poke check there by Nutney. Plays it back to center ice. Repchik comes in. Baco with him. 2-on-1. Repchik moves in. The passing lane was blocked by Del Mastro. Great defensive play. Now loose in front. They score. Baco snaps it home. And the Slovaks once again are back within one. And Connor Bedard slow to get to his feet. In his second year with Moose Jaw, gets the Slovaks back close.
A patient play by Repchik, and Connor Bedard turns the puck over, causes the rush, then sells out on the slide. When you slide face first court, guess what you can't do? Stop. And he goes head first in the boards. He loses all sort of body position and control. And Repchik wraps it all the way around. And it's an easy one for Baco. At this point, you've been better off knocking the net off. Baco just sweeps it in the empty net, and Slovakia back within one.
They scored 3 in 3:20 against the United States in that 6-3 win against the Americans. And now Hines back with it. 6.5 to go in the second period. Guenther works in. Dylan Guenther kicks that back for right. That bounced away from him. Here's Guenther. Back down to right, chips it back in front. Off with a chance, backhands it. Gajan makes the save as Othman's looking for the rebound. And he runs into a forest of Slovak sticks.
If you don't want him to poke at the goalie, then blow the whistle. If you don't blow the whistle, the guy's going to go looking for the puck. Here's a broken play, throw it down to the net, little tip by right, and bounce it to Gajan.
Slovaks have 2 shots in the last 6 minutes and 20 seconds. They've scored on both of them.
You understand the effort by Bedard. You understand what he's trying to do. But sliding face first has got to be the absolute last course of action.
Guenther has a power play goal in the game. Up ahead for Bedard. He finds right. Back for Bedard. In. Connor Bedard shoots. Just missed wide. Dylan Guenther. Back for Zellweger. To Guenther. Walks right in. Guenther waits. Sends it back in front. Just missed right. Bedard's got it back. Back for Zellweger. Flips across to Guenther. Back to Zellweger. He finds Bedard open. And Bedard spins that back to Zellweger. To Bedard. To the goal mouth. Off it. Back to right. Shoot. The rips off the stick. Of Sturback and high. Frank Clark works ahead. Winds it across the line. Try to drop that back. Baco knocks him down. Clark's helmet comes off and now Nemec steps out of the penalty box. Clark's taking the penalty. It's a penalty to Canada. Shoots. Makes the stop.
Number 5 for Canada. 2 minutes for illegal equipment.
His helmet comes off. Thank goodness the head doesn't knock on the ice, but you got to know that and get off the ice. Even chasing him back, he's chasing a player without a stick and without a helmet. You're not going to be able to do much out there anyways. And this also a poor recognition by this group. They got 4 forwards in the defensive end with 30 seconds left. They kick it around their own net for 25. On the rush, no forward changes. Clark is the only defenseman out there.
Winds in, plays it across, picked up by Hines for Ostapchuk, short-handed. Nemec the only man back. Ostapchuk pulls in, and Gajan knocked that away. Ostapchuk right back on it, plays it in deep. As the Slovaks get set up, back for Simon Nemec. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Mesher to the goal mouth he goes. Centering pass just missed. Chipped ahead by Wright. Hoffman across to Guenther. Canada breaks in 3-on-2. Guenther moves in. Dylan Guenther with a chance. And a stop made by Gajan. Back up the Slovaks the other way. Back then for Dvorsky, but Hines knocked that down. Hoffman up ahead to Guenther. In comes Guenther, shoots, and Gajan makes a stop on that. And Czechia would play Sweden. If Slovakia were to win, it would be Slovaks and the Czechs and USA Sweden. Teams start the third period 5-on-5. A one-goal Canadian lead. Simon Nemec has been a major part of the story here tonight. Sends it down the Canadian zone right away. It's icing called against the Slovaks.
Moments like this will test the poise and discipline of both teams. So the offside call. And Connor Bedard, with every point, with every play, seems to pass another total. So now he's got the Canada record for most assists in a single tournament, passing Jason Allison, as he picked up an assist on Dylan Guenther's power play goal in the second as well. And another night, 3 goals for Canada. He's in on 2 of them.
Zone, Sturback. Lost the puck to Waugh, to Stankoven. Logan Stankoven spins back. Works it behind the goal. Stankoven drops that back. Allen, a shot. Goes off a skate, up and out of play. That rocketed over the glass. Now the Slovak zone. Dean into the forecheck. Ostapchuk fall. Dean works it loose, and the puck just out of his reach. Zellweger back with it. Brings that across. Del Mastro holds, walks it around Nemec and shoots. Off the goal post. Rebound, loose in front. Crochet on it. Dean whacks at it. That rattled off the pipe, and now Dean thought it was in. And Canada comes that close to restoring its 2-goal lead.
The big man, Ethan Del Mastro, walking the line, finds some time and space, freezes his forward, and wrists one into the catches. Straight post, bounces right back in front. Gaucher, Dean, both swinging at it. Another one where Nemec is very close to the crease there. When it's 20, at the end of this play, jives on this loose puck. And is it anywhere near the crease? It's more pushing and shoving. Another good shift in the offensive zone on the puck pursuit and secondary recoveries.
And now out comes Stankoven, Waugh, and Bedard.
More generous to let that tight one go.
Petrovsky wins the face-off. Hoffman gets a chance, though, and rattles that wide. Zellweger back in for Wright. Gaucher in for the face-off. Wins it back with Ostapchuk, tied up by Mishak, and now banked out.
He's in.
By Gaucher. Lead pass. Dean moves in. Zach Dean! Backhand shot the goal post. He had Guy at his mercy, hit the pipe. Dean back on it.
Then the lead to 2. Bank pass is going to go for an icing, but he beats it out. But he's going so fast. By the time he pulls it to the side of Gajan's feet, there's not a lot of angle. They're right out the back door. Don't know if he could have created enough angle. He's probably hoping for almost a touch off the back right skate. Look how close this skate is to knock it in at his own net. And Dean can't believe it.
Throws that through the middle of the ice. He finds Bankier. Walking in, shoots at the goal post. Playing it right off the pipe. Bankier back with it with back. Now Sikora throws it back in front. And a chance of running over Chernik. Here's Sikora, shoots. Second chance. Village down, another chance. Knocked away and sent down the ice by Gaucher. A furious scramble in the Canadian goal.
How this did not go in. Sikora on the back door. There's the one scorpion kick. And then a glove save by Hines in behind him.
Oh my goodness.
How does Hines, his size, even get back there?
Plays it back in for Meshar, being tied up there by Zellweger. Tired Canadians on the ice. Meshar throws it back in front, they score! Libor Nemec, the tying goal! 8:35 to go in the third.
Face-off one, and Canada overcommits in behind the net. Meshar gives Zellweger the slip, and then all of a sudden Clark runs behind him as well. No need for both defensemen to chase one man behind the net, leaving Libor Nemec all alone in front. Clark's got to just hold his ice there. Let Zellweger recover. Not only does he chase Meshar, he knocks Milic's stick out of his hand with his feet as he gets tangled up with his own goaltender, throws him off, and beautiful feed by Meshar. Nemec, no mistake, in Slovakia ties it up.
Now Bedard throws it back in front. Bouncing puck picked up by Waugh. Waugh backhand shot, that's blocked. Loose puck, Stankoven. Feeds it past Bedard. Shoots. Oh, what a save! Rebound put wide by Bedard.
Connor Bedard has done almost nothing wrong this entire tournament, and he just expects this to go in every single time. Had to corral it, and Guenther just finds a way to get a piece. He cannot believe it.
In comes Stankoven. His man falls. Stankoven throws it back. Wall is that. Bedard shoots at the goal post. Wall back with it. Here's Stankoven. Logan Stankoven moves in. Back with it. Stankoven drops it back. A hard shot taken by Hines, and a save made by Gajan at a cross check at the end of the play against Slovakia. Canada's going to the power play with 34 seconds to go in the third period.
Setting up the shooters. Gets out to Bedard, and he goes short side. He's got the spot. He's got Gajan beat, but he rings it off the bar. The heel release. And up and out.
Austin works it free. Guenther with it. And Zellweger has to retreat. Now fired down the ice by Repchik. Zellweger back to pick it up as time winds down. Chip back down in Canada of a minute and 26 seconds of power play time to start overtime. Canada arguing that Repchik used his hand on that, which would be a penalty.
Shane Wright was right on top of it. Nah, I mean, he put his hand close to it, but I don't think it's underneath his stomach more than it is his hand. Now, you better... Well, they have 4-on-3 here to start the overtime.
White knuckle time multiplied. Overtime coming in Halifax. Overtime period of a power play for a minute and 26 seconds. Wright, Bedard, Guenther, and Zellweger. Repchik wins it cleanly. And Futek sends it down. Winds to the head to Bedard. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Connor Bedard winds in. Bedard pivots back and drops that for Zellweger. Zellweger for Bedard. Moves it and shoots. Gajan gets a glove on that for Zellweger. Across to Bedard. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Bedard moves it in for Wright. Shoots at the goal post. Guenther feeds it back to Bedard. Now Bedard. Power play. Bedard. Back for Guenther. Looks across to Zellweger. Penalty's over. Here's Bedard. Walks it and fires around the line. Limits on the handle on that power play. Lead pass to Bedard. Canada changing. And they call it offside at the Slovak line.
That is the second post for Canada late in the game. It was Bedard. Then it's Shane Wright off the pad, off the bar, and out. Canada finally gets the puck down towards the net. And he's got the goalie beat, but not the crossbar.
Nemec stays on him. Stankoven reaching for it. Pokes it loose. Stankoven works out. Goes between the legs. Stankoven back with it. Or Zellweger. That's chopped away. Chance now 2-on-1, but Stankoven back defending. Not that way. 2-on-1 the other way. Zellweger to Bedard. Connor Bedard winds in. Bedard still with the backhand shot. Gajan saves over his chin. Pad save by Gajan. Saved the game right there. Bedard drops it back. Quick with a shot. That's blocked by Petrovsky. And Wright taps it back to Zellweger. Lead pass to Bedard. Shortbacks are changing. Bedard in, shoots, Gajan save. And Dalibor Dvorsky knocks the rebound away. Canada changing now. Dvorsky brings it ahead. In comes Dvorsky. Shoots. Milic knocks that away. Rolls back to center ice. Law bearing in. Now Clark reaching for it. Sent rink wide. In comes Meshar. Winds it on Clark. Meshar with a chance. Feeds it back in front. He just missed Petrovsky. Simon Nemec plays that rink wide. Meshar again. Shoots. Good save. Rebound. Oh, stop. He makes point blank. As Petrovsky had a golden chance to win it for Slovakia.
Slovakia being very patient, waiting for their chances. They finally get one. A back door, a double tip and rebound. Petrovsky gets it up, but Milic snags it with his glove. This is after Connor Bedard late in his shift had one. Zellweger, another. Gajan doing all kinds of acrobatics to keep it out. And there's the famous dragon pull from Bedard as well. But you see with how patient Slovakia is, how important this draw is. It's hard to get the puck back on 3-on-3.
Tied up, drops it back. Here comes Bedard. Bedard shoots. Gajan the save. And Bedard holds the line. Bedard back with it. Slides in again. Bedard walks right in. Bedard! sends Canada to the semis.
This kid is out of this world. Check it out. There's one. There's two. And one more. He dances the entire team in overtime. It must be his 5th shot. After so many chances, he gets it back, and he wants to try guys one-on-one. You should not be able to do this against this level of competition. Connor Bedard.
On the night he overtakes Jordan Eberle for the most goals for Canada World Junior, he does what Eberle did. He scores big goals.
That is a goal for the ages. We will see this one for years. Come on. Come on. Connor Bedard putting on a show.
Devastation for the Slovaks, who gave the Canadians all they can handle.
It had to be him.
It's his
all
tournament.
those looks. It's his tournament. It's his world. We're just living in it.